little song is on the radio. You say my name, then look away, like there are things you'll never say. The silver spoon, the folded sleeve, the way you smiled so quietly. And rising from the coffee light, the steam turns silence into white. There's something floating in the air, a fragile kind of almost there. No sudden move, no heavy line, just your eyes meeting mine. There's steam between us, soft and slow, hiding things we almost know. A little distance, a little heat, a quiet fire across the seas. There's steam between us, thin and bright, turning the ordinary into light. The city passes in the glass, but in this booth the moments last. You trace a circle on your cup, I watch your fingers giving up. A laugh escapes, then gently falls like warm rain down these painted walls. I never knew a room this small could hold a feeling after all. Maybe love is not a spark, maybe love is something more, lingering where words are not, breathing in a quiet form. There's steam between us, soft and white, a tender secret in plain sight. A little distance, a little flame, the air has changed and so have we. There's steam between us, soft and slow, holding all the things we're scared to show. A ribbon of light on the wooden floor. The morning leans through the cafe door. It catches dust like tiny stars and turns this room into a heart. You wrap your hands around your cup. The day is bright and opening up. Outside the streets are running fast, but here we let the seconds last. The glass is glowing warm and slow, a quiet world in fields of gold. No need for anything but this, a breath, a smile, a little bliss. Window full of gold, shining on your face, making every simple thing feel like tender grace. Window full of gold, hold this morning still. Let me live inside the light, just until my heart is filled. The spoon is turning circles circles now, like little vows we won't say out loud. The sunlight dances on your sleeve and makes me wanna still believe that joy can be a quiet room, a cup, a chair, a little bloom. That all the world we try to chase can fit inside this golden place. Maybe we don't need too much when the light can feel like love. Maybe peace arrives like this, soft as steam upon your lips. Window full of gold, shining through the air, turning all the smallest things into something rare. Window full of gold, stay a little while. Let me keep this quiet sun in the corners of my mind. Morning spills across the floor like honey through an open door. I hear the city start to move, but here the world is slow and smooth. A porcelain cup, a quiet flame, the day is waiting for my name. In the glass, the sky turns blue, and everything feels soft and new. I take a breath, I close my eyes. The steam is painting silver lines. A little warmth, a little light, a little courage for this life. This is the first pour of the day, the darkness fading into grace. A gentle spark inside my hands, a softer heart, a second chance. This is the first song of the sun, a quiet promise just begun. Before the rush, before the noise, I find my heart inside this warmth. The table holds a golden ring from where the cup has gently been. A page is open, blank and white, a little room, a little light. The world can ask for all I am, but not before this moment lands. I let the morning hold me near and wash away the edge of fear. Maybe hope is small like this, a waking breath, a tender sip. Maybe love begins each day in quiet things that choose to stay. This is the first pour of the day, the shadows turning into grace. A little flame I almost missed, a softer life inside the mist. This is the first song of the sun, a quiet promise just begun. Before the rush, before the noise, I find my heart inside this warmth. We've been talking to the clock, trying not to watch it move. Morning lingers on your hair, like it also wants to stay with you. Outside the traffic hums and fades, inside the coffee cools away. But every little thing you do makes leaving feel impossible. Let the sunlight cross the room, slow as honey, slow as truth. We don't need a reason now, just another hour with this view. Stay until noon, stay through the light, stay till the shadows are softer than bright. Stay with your smile, stay with your hands, stay till the day forgets all of its plans. Stay until noon, stay a little more. Some moments are too beautiful to walk away from. The cups are nearly empty now. The music changes in the air. A waitress wipes the next table down, like time is moving everywhere. But here with you it bends and slows, a quiet river no one knows. And all I want is one more scene before this morning disappears. Maybe forever is too much, but maybe noon is not enough. Maybe love begins like this in borrowed time and second cups. Stay until noon, stay through the day, stay while the sunlight still knows where we are. Stay with your voice, stay with your eyes, stay till this soft little world says goodbye. Stay until noon, stay a little more. Some moments are too beautiful to leave behind the door. There's vanilla in the room tonight, and something sweet in the softened light. A little laugh from the corner booth, a little spark when I look at you. The foam is high on the edge of gold, your fingertips make the whole cup glow. The world outside can wait somewhere, there's too much sweetness in the air. You're leaning close and look away, and every small thing feels like fate. Nothing loud, nothing too much, just that quiet rush. There's sugar in the air tonight, flowing in the cafe light. On your lips, in your eyes, in the way you say goodbye. To sugar in the air tonight, soft enough to make me smile. Love can be this light, I know, when your warmth is all around. The spoon taps porcelain like rain, a tiny rhythm, a gentle chain. Your perfume lingers warm and thin, like something I could live within. I never thought the simplest scene could feel so bright, so pure, so clean. But every glance and every word turns sweetness into something hurt. Maybe the heart does not arrive with thunder in a burning sky. Maybe it comes in quiet ways, sugar soft and slow to fade. There's sugar in the air tonight, drifting through this little light. And your smile in the room, in the way the minutes bloom. So there's sugar belongs inside my chest. The room is quiet, low and wide, enough to hear what hides behind your careful voice, your thoughtful tone. Make every sentence feel like home. And in the pauses, soft and deep, I hear the things you almost keep. No need to rush, no need to prove. The truest things are slow to move. A heart can open like a door without a sound at all. We talk in slow motion, like time forgot to run. Every little silence feels like being known. We talk in slow motion, coffee, light and air. And somewhere in the quiet, love is growing there. The city flickers through the glass, but none of it can make this pass. You draw your hands around the heat, I feel my pulse beneath the sea. A half smile falls then settles in, the kind that reaches under skin. And all the words we leave unsaid are breathing softly overhead. Maybe being understood is more than speaking ever could. Maybe closeness starts this way, in measured words we choose to save. We talk in slow motion, like the room is holding time. Every gentle answer pulls me closer to your mind. We talk in slow motion, nothing loud, nothing grand. But somewhere in this quiet, my heart is in your hands. We push the door and meet the breeze. The city hums in silver streets. A faded song from somewhere near turns evening traffic into clear. You walk beside me, not too close, still close enough to calm my thoughts. The cafe light stays on behind, like something warm we get to keep. The world is moving all around, but somehow softer now, somehow. As if the sidewalks learned your pace and every corner changed its face. This is our sidewalk serenade, a city song in softer shades. Streetlights bloom, the air turns slow, and I don't want this walk to go. This is our sidewalk serenade, a little night we gently made. No grand design, no perfect line, just your step moving next to mine. A taxi paints a yellow street, the shop signs flicker like a dream. The wind puts music in your hair and leaves a sweetness in the air. We say so little, still it feels like everything inside me heals. A simple street, a passing glow, can turn to something almost whole. write softly on the sign. Silver letters, borrowed time. The window gathers little streams and blurs the edges of the street. Inside the room is amber bright, a shelter made of cups and light. You lift your eyes and everything feels warmer than the world has been. The storm can have the avenue. We have this table, me and you. The sound of weather on the glass makes all our quiet sweeter somehow. There's rain on the signboard tonight, and a glow in the room we're in. Let the whole white city wash away. We've got warmth beneath our skin. There's rain on the signboard tonight, falling slow in silver lines. And I could stay here for a lifetime, watching your face in the light. Cars go by in liquid red. The neon trembles overhead. A scarf, a sleeve, a whispered word, the kind of closeness never heard. I stir my drink, the spoon goes round like tiny bells in softened sound. The world outside can turn to gray, but here our colors choose to stay. Maybe storms are not just storms. Maybe they are doors to warmth. Maybe hearts can hear more clear when rain is all the world can hear. There's rain on the signboard tonight, but your eyes are calm and bright. Let the whole dark city drift away. We've got light enough inside. There's rain on the signboard tonight, soft as memory, slow as time. And I could stay here for a lifetime, watching your face in the light. The foam is holding little lights, a whole skyline in white and tan. I tilt the cup and watch the world bend itself into my hands. Outside the traffic draws in red, a river threading through the dark. Inside this table, inside this drink, the city beats a softer heart. Reflections blur, then come alive. 1,000 windows in your eyes. Who knew a night could gather small and still feel larger than it all? There's a city in a latte cup, neon dreams and tender love. Tiny lights in circles spin like the whole world leaning in. There's a city in a latte cup, close enough to almost touch, and for a moment the glass, the candles sway, the music folds the dark away. A taxi passes blurred in gold, 1,000 stories left untold. But here with you they all grow still, like restless hearts that finally heal. And every ordinary thing becomes a bright electric dream. Maybe every crowded night is looking for a place this kind. A little warmth, a little view, a little world reduced to two. There's a city in the latte cup, reflected where our fingers touch. Tiny stars in creamy light, turning distance into sight. There's a city in the latte cup, dreaming softly under us. And for a moment in this room, the whole night fits inside this love. At 5 o'clock they light a flame, a tiny gold that changes everything. The room grows deeper, soft and low, like evening learning how to glow. The coffee cools, the windows dim, and all the edges turn to him. I never knew the end of day could feel this delicate, this brave. Half of the light is gone away, half of it lingers here to stay. And in between those fading lines, something inside me turns divine. Candle at 5, hold this hour still, make the quiet shine enough to say what silence will. Candle at 5, soft against the dusk, there are feelings that arrive only when the day grows hushed. Your shadow moves against the wall, a little near, a little far. The city changes clothes outside, from afternoon to violet night. A half-drunk cup, a folded note, the kind of ache that feels like hope. And all the things I cannot name keep dancing in that little flame. Maybe the heart prefers this hour, when brightness gives a little power to softer things, to slower truths, to what the dark can draw from you. Candle at 5, burning amber light, teach the room to say the things we only feel at night. Candle at 5, small and steady glow, there are feelings that arise velvet hush around the night. The table glows beneath your hand, like warmth becoming something grand. No one speaks above a breath. The hour is rich, the air is deep, and every little sound is slow, like the dark itself has learned to glow. You look at me, the world goes thin, a softer pulse beneath my skin. No need for thunder, no need for flame. This quiet luxury says your name. This velvet hour, wrap it around me, soft as a secret, warm as a dream. This velvet hour, hold us a little longer. Some nights are made of silence and still say everything. Your shadow leans into the light. The city fades to blurred outside. A trace of cocoa on the air, and something sacred lingering there. The cup is warm against my palm. Your presence moves the room to calm. I never knew the tenderness could wear the shape of something this. Maybe the finest kind of love does not arrive in crashing waves. Maybe it settles slow and deep and turns a night into a place. This velvet hour, stay in the amber, stay in the hush, stay in the glow. This velvet hour, hold us a little longer. Some nights are made of silence and still say everything. No one spills across the rain, blue and rose along the lane. I wrap my hands around the heat and watch the midnight find a speed. The mocha leaves a velvet trace, a little sweetness on this place. And every passing light outside feels like a dream we didn't hide. The night is white, the room is small, and somehow that is beautiful. A city made of restless glow, a heart made calm by staying close. Neon and mocha, blue light and brown, the whole city is settling down. Neon and mocha, late night and slow. Sometimes the warmest things are the ones that softly glow. A sign blinks red above the glass. The minutes gather, then they pass. Your voice moves low, a velvet line that folds itself around my mind. The cup is almost empty now, but still the sweetness lingers somehow, like all the things we didn't say that chose to shine instead of fade. Maybe the city needs this too, a little dark, a little room, a little drink, a little grace, a quiet light on someone's face. Neon and mocha, night on the glass, the whole loud city feels softer at last. Neon and mocha, stillness and glow. Sometimes the deepest things are the ones that move in low. The chairs are closer to the wall. The room is nearly giving in. The last few cups are cooling down, like little stars before they dim. You touch the rim, then touch your coat, as if goodbye is just a thought. But something in the amber glow is asking us to linger more. Don't close the night too suddenly. Some feelings blooming gradually. A little light can hold a lot more than we say, more than we want. Leave the light on just a little while. Let this moment breathe enough to stay here in our eyes. Leave the light on. Don't let the night move fast. Some things are too beautiful to lose inside the dark. The register sings once, then stills, a soft goodbye from metal until the door is locked, the music low. And yet I'm not prepared to go. Your shadow falls across the wood and makes the ordinary good. I never knew one fading room could feel so tender, feel so true. Maybe endings need a light, a place to land before they fly. Maybe hearts don't leave at once, they stay a while in what they love. Leave the light on, soft against the glass. Let this little world remain. Just a few more breaths. Leave the light on. Don't let the night decide. Some things are too beautiful to rush and leave behind. The cup is warm, but almost done. A little moon instead of sun. The room has grown so still and kind, like it has learned the shape of time. I watch the final circle fade, a quiet gold along the glaze. And in that small unfinished trace, I feel the fullness of this day. Nothing lasts and still it shines. That's a tender law of life. Some beautiful things leave us full, even as they disappear. Last sip, soft heart, hold this feeling where you are. Not every love is meant to stay, but some can light the dark. Last sip, soft heart, let the silence do its part. There are moments that don't end, even when the night moves on. Your smile is slow, the music low. The window holds a sleeping road. I touch the cup and think of all the ways a day can turn to gold. And a heart made soft by simple chance. Maybe gratitude is this, not to keep but to have kissed one bright hour before it goes, and call it love because it glows. Last sip, soft heart, keep this warmth beneath your skin. Not every night is meant to last, but some can still begin. Last sip, soft heart, let the memory leave a mark. There are moments that don't end, even when the lights go dark. After the chairs are gone and the floor is washed in quiet, after the cups are stacked like moons and the door forgets the crowd, and there is a hush that stays behind, a warmth that does not leave with sound. The room remembers everything in amber dust and fading light. The voices left, the night grew thin, but something tender settled in. Not loneliness, not empty air, just all the love that lingered there. After the chairs are gone, the heart is still awake, holding all the little scenes the evening chose to make. After the chairs are gone, a soft light still remains. Some places keep their music long after silence came. A final cloth across the wood, a final key, a final look. The sign goes dark, the street leans in, and midnight folds the window thin. But in the room beneath it all, 1,000 gentle moments glow. A laugh, a glance, a hand, a name still breathing in the walls below. Maybe nothing ever ends, maybe it only changes form into memory, into warmth, into the feeling of being held. After the chairs are gone, the heart is still aglow, keeping every tender trace the night was kind enough to show. After the chairs